Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityo ma mrutangamaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Good morning. అందరూ బాగున్నారా? బాగా నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు ఇంగ్లీషు? Are you growing in confidence? Just a few days back, addressing Akhila Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam to mark the completion of 3 years of implementation of National Education Policy 2020, our Honorable Prime Minister made some very pertinent comments, observations regarding language in this country. There are so many countries in the world which are doing well with their own native language. So because they don't know English, those countries, people don't speak English, it doesn't mean that they will not progress. There's a proof. For example, countries like France, Germany, Russia, China, Korea, Japan. Japan is one of the most advanced countries in the world. But there they don't know ABCD of English. So what our Honorable Prime Minister wants to say that it is not necessary that only when you know to speak in English you are forward, otherwise you are backward. But today there is a sense in our country. Those who speak English, they feel a bit proud about themselves. Those who are from rural background, those who cannot communicate well in English, they feel a little inferior about themselves. Is it a fact or not? Yes. So he says that it's not necessary to feel inferior about yourself because you can't speak in English. If you can express your ideas clearly in one language, your mother tongue, that should be good enough. So this much of effort, and feeling inferior about oneself because I don't know good English, all that psychological suffering that one has to undergo, that we can do away with that. That is the idea, that is the intention. So in this new educational policy, they are giving more emphasis to teaching in mother tongue. All good books, they will be translating into local languages. So the NEP envisages teaching in mother tongue everywhere. In Maharashtra it will be taught in Marathi, in here Telugu states it will be taught in Telugu. Every subject from social science to engineering, every subject will be taught in local language. But I have my doubts whether people will go for it, people will take it. తీసుకుంటారు ఇప్పుడు మనం తెలుగు మీడియంలో నేర్పితే అని will you take it? No, there are many states which are actually encouraging English medium in government schools to such an extent that they are asking the children, you don't have to even learn the script of your mother tongue. But that will be very dangerous. Why I'm saying this? Language and culture go together. India is primarily a spiritual culture. India is the cultural and spiritual capital of the world. The moment you forget your mother tongue, you forget your soul, as it were. English may be the language of livelihood, understand? Because in this age of internet, in this age of artificial intelligence, where technology is trying to integrate the whole world into one family, we need a link language to connect with the rest of the world. What could be the best link language for the world? It just happened because English is spoken in 35 countries around, and it's spoken in America, the most advanced nation in the world. That has by default become the lingua franca of the world. It has become the link language of the world. 20 years back, 30 years back, we did not need that link language because each country was doing on its own. ప్రతి దేశానికి దాని ఎకానమీ ఉంది. So today import and export has gone up, is growing by leaps and bounds. If you ask me, the world has become a huge business hub. It's business and it's technology which is integrating the world into one family. Whereas, nationality, national identification, and also religion, sometimes they divide the humanity, but this technology and business is integrating the world into one family. You can't do, just as an isolated nation today. I was giving the example yesterday. Today, Apple is available 365 days in Indian market. 20 years back, that was not the situation. You would get to eat apple only in winter. Himachal apple and Kashmir apple would get in winter only, 3-4 months. But now 365 days apple is available to you in your market. How is it possible now? How is it happening? Because when it is summer here, it's winter in Australia. We get an Australia, New Zealand apple. Just around the year, so you get almost every fruit except probably mango, which is a tropical fruit that comes only in summer. But even this custard apple also you get for nearly 6 months, thanks to genetic engineering and this hybrid technology. The thing is, you don't have to feel inferior about yourself, but at the same time, it's a hard fact that India with 1.4 billion population, though our economy is also growing leaps and bounds, the employment opportunities here, if you just know only your mother tongue, are definitely less. If you know English, because now it has become the language of the world, your employment opportunities are comparatively much better. How many students are going to UK, Australia, America, Canada from India? So many. For them, actually, the thing is, it's so easy now for Indians to do so well there because you don't have to learn the language there. But you just see the people coming from let us say, Korea, China, Japan. Of course, not much migration is there from Japan, English, but from China, huge migration is there to America. And also from these European countries, some of the European countries and former USSR, countries which were in USSR. For them, it was such a huge challenge there. After going to America, they have to learn English. Almost from ABCD, they have to start. For us, there is no such necessity. You just go there and effortlessly you do. Our children are going today actually just for doing their undergraduation to American universities. So American universities are full with Indian students because we also already know English. So things are much easier. And also software actually today we are leading in the world. That is because of the English language that we have. Unfortunately, post-independence, we could not decide the link language for this country. Government tried, to put Hindi actually as the link language but there was some resistance from southern states. That's why actually Hindi could not become the link language in this country, though it is spoken by the majority of the population. Because the southern states actually opposed, particularly Tamil Nadu opposed to it because they did politics. As the Prime Minister also made an observation saying that the language politics, it will be an end for this language politics of the vested interest, he said. For political interest actually you have played with the language also. That's what his observation was. So it will be an end because we will be encouraging Indian languages, Okay, Indian language will be given due credit, and education will happen mostly in Indian languages. So that actually judging an individual, this Prime Minister's observation, judging an individual by his ability to speak English language is actually doing injustice to the individual. His idea is that you have capabilities, you have talents, you have genius, but since you don't know the language, particularly English, and saying that actually you are not good enough, that's a kind of doing injustice. So he said that this new educational policy is going to usher in a new era of social justice for the youth of this country. Just think on it, reflect on his thoughts. So thank you. Have a nice day.